Hey, 10th graders, honors 10. Surprise! I'm not going to have a slideshow any longer. I've talked to some other teachers now that we're in the building and we're all collaborating, figuring out what worked for others in distance learning and, what saved time ultimately. A lot of you are out there trying to save your time and preparing yourselves for your busy schedules. You got sports, you got, hopefully some of you have sports, and you've got all the other things that you're interacting with. I didn't want to have to put out a 15-minute video yesterday, and I might get it down a little bit today. So bear with me as I learn how to cut these, not only to save myself time, but to maximize your time. I don't want to waste my instructional time on where you can actually be interacting with text and materials. So I'm not going to do a slideshow anymore. Tip was just to show your Schoology, show the assignments, where the resources are, give your bits of instruction and tips on how to approach the assignments. That's what I'm going to do today. So I've only got Schoology up. I'm going to only navigate away from it a couple times to show you, one, our new way of interacting with our vocabulary, and then two, showing you a little bit about what Flipgrid looks like. I've never worked with it before this year. I've heard good things about it. A couple of teachers around here have used it, and it looks a fun way for us to have a real discussion. All right, vocabulary. I'm going to show it to you now because I've put it in a different place in a different medium. And I click on this. So you notice it's in our current folder right at the top. And it's the vocabulary words beginning yesterday, September 8th. So we have two vocabulary words. We're still doing vocab, but I no longer have a slideshow. Sometimes you have to click this twice. So I clicked it again. There it opened up a Quizlet. So I'm actually giving you a resource. So you technically don't need to have this in your journal. I think it's a good idea to do that. But I'm giving you this resource, a study set. So you can use this to study and interact with it how you will. I'm giving you the water, but it's on you to drink it. All right, perspicacious was yesterday's word. Today's word, intrepid. Fearless and adventurous. The intrepid voyager went around the world in 48 days. All right, so you have your words, perspicacious and intrepid. It's on you to study them, and they're found right at the top of the current folder in Schoology. I will continue to point them out, pronounce them, and show you these in the Quizlet, but it's on you to continue to study those. When I'm ready, I will tell you when the quiz is coming up, so you will have some advance notice. It's usually going to be between 15 and 20 words, and it is going to be fill in the blank. And you're going to have to use context. So I'm going to have a blank word in the middle of a sentence, and you're going to have to use your understanding of the word and context to pick the appropriate words. All right, Wednesday. Let's look at what we're doing today. It is unpublished now, but it's all here. Your daily journal entry for attendance today is, if you could have one superhero ability, such as flight, invisibility, or super strength, what would it be and why? Mine is flight. I love flying. I like skydiving, base jumping. I'm starting to learn how to paraglide. I like being in the air. All right, your first activity today. It's a get to know you activity in Flipgrid. Some of you may have used this in Avid. I'm familiar, I've been told has been using this. I'm going to continue using this at Park High School in my English classes because I think it's a great way for us to have genuine discussion, one-on-one discussions, and hopefully eventually class discussions as well. All right, I'm going to show you the directions. Are pretty simple for today's activity. First, you have to join the Flipgrid. Just notice when you log in, I've got the settings set so you have to use your apps.district8333 whatever.org website, the Gmail you got. So make sure you're using that Gmail, not your personal one. Click on the appropriate hour too, hour 1, hour 2, hour 3. So double check your schedule before you go and click on the link so you're not making more work for yourself. Once you get there, so this is for the this is for our Honors 10 class. Once you get there and you've logged in, scroll down and find our topic for the day, and it's introduce yourself. I've got the red hand of safety up so that no one else but me is going to see this video. Just Again, there's privacy involved. No one else is going to be able to see this but me. All I'm asking you for is to hit the reply button or respond. This is the teacher view, so it says something different. But once you get there, hit the respond button, find that, navigate that. And I'll, in my video instructions, I say the same thing, but I'm asking you to say your name, pronounce it for me. If you have any nicknames, let me know what those are. If you're Kate instead of Catherine. If there are any pronouns you prefer me to use when I address you, let me know what those are. And then thirdly, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you interested in sports, piano, studying space? What is it that drives you to wake up in the morning and piques your interest, that captures your attention? Just want to know a little bit about you. What do you think would be a thing that's good for me to know as your teacher? All right, that's our first activity for you. Our next one, as you know, we are preparing to read Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. And to do that, we have an attached anticipation guide. So download that PDF into your Notability. I know I had a couple of students that said they were having trouble accessing certain documents, some other than others. A couple things to remind you as I've got your attention. Don't use the apps. I've been told by the school today that the app on your iPad doesn't work, so use Google Chrome. Use the Chrome browser. If you don't have Chrome, go into your self-service, download Chrome. Safari works, but I have been told that Safari has some glitches when interacting with certain other apps within Schoology. So get Chrome. That seems to be the most effective, and make sure you're accessing and have access and are logged into your Gmail. That should work. Otherwise, just restart your document. And other than that, I did get an email from Mrs. Caponigri that shows that on our district website, there is a hotline that you could call if you are having any troubles to help you troubleshoot your technology. We have a staff in this age of distance learning and virtual learning that will help you kind of navigate and troubleshoot your troubles. It's not a good use of your time to ask me how to troubleshoot some of those things like Google interfacing with Flipgrid. Use the district resources, and I'll maybe in tomorrow's virtual learning session, I'll show you where those are at on the school website, and I'll post a link to that in my Schoology page. But that'll be your best bet. This anticipation guide is just gonna, the directions are in here. Open it up. I'll open it up here. They're just questions that say, hey, do you agree or disagree? Put an A or a D here. So you're gonna need to download this into your Notability and then upload it back into the assignment. And the ideas that it asks, of which it's asking you to interact with, are all topics that are related to what Ray Bradbury is discussing and exploring in Fahrenheit 451. So we're just going to check to see where you're at and how you're going to be interacting with the text will be coming, that will be coming up soon, Friday. All right, background information. You've got a couple of options with getting this. Here they are in PDF form. You can watch these or read these on your own. I forgot to link up my, I read through. What I did is I made a 15-minute reading. I read these 3 articles. They explore 1950s consumerism culture. So after World War II, ending in the late 40s, America was coming into a kind of a boom in economic prosperity. They were having money, whereas during the war, they didn't have access to a lot of money because they were spending it on the war effort. So you had people and civilians with more spending power, and looking at consumerism culture of the time when the book was written in 1953. It explores a little bit about idea suppression, McCarthyism, anti-communism, book burnings of Hitler. And so looking at some of what was being exposed to citizens through the media. So there's some background information. Again, there will be a link here to me reading these articles to you and annotating for you. Kind of modeling some annotations. I don't do a great job at it because I never had an iPad before this year. So I was just using my finger, and I'm not very, it's like my annotations are ultra large, so I expect you to do better than what I did, but I'll keep practicing that. Or you can just read it yourself and annotate it on your own, whatever suits your learning style. Next, we have, this is very short. It's 3 minutes. An anniversary recently came up of Ray Bradbury's. It looks like I've got to get this link activated too. Tomorrow when you go live, this link will be active. It's an NPR podcast. It's very short. I think it's 3 minutes and a half. You can either listen to it. There's a little blue banner that says 3-minute listen, or click on the button and you can go, or just scroll down, scroll down and you can read the transcript of the interview. And what you need to do here when you're done is you're going to post on this discussion board an answer to the following prompt. What are your biggest takeaways, or what was your biggest takeaway from the NPR Spotlight on Ray Bradbury? You're also going to need to respond to 2 other people's discussion board posts. You will know it is completed when you have listened to the podcast, posted your biggest takeaway, and responded to the 2 other students. All right. And then lastly, this one, we've got a PDF with some guided notes. Again, I forgot to post all these links before I got into this video. That's fine. You're going to see a link here as well, where Crash Course, it's a literature group that explores ideas of literacy, looks and explores novels and texts, gives you information, background information. This one is about media literacy. Again, Fahrenheit 451 very much looks at what could happen, where America, or really the world at large, could go if we do not check our exposure to the messages we're getting from different media sources. Well, with that, we're going to be exploring media literacy, and we're going to be teaching all of us in Honors 10 about how to view the world and how to view the messages in the world. Where are messages in the world coming from? And this is a very introductory video. It's 10 minutes long. This PDF that you see here linked is a guided note for you to fill in as you watch through the video. And that's it. So I hope everybody's well. Sorry for the abrupt change in style of how I'm introducing today's topic, but hopefully I shaved some time off. And as I get better at working through my lessons, I bet I'll get shorter and shorter. So you could spend more and more time focus on your own learning style and processing this stuff. Bye.